The Exhibition Road project's designed to make Exhibition Road, which is one of the biggest cultural destinations in London, a fully accessible space and a fit setting for the cultural institutions that line it. Work's already started here in South Kensington and we're quite a long way into the project, but there's still a lot of scope for getting the fine detail right. So we've asked Whizz-Kidz to come down here today to audit the street as it is just now and to help us get those final details right so the street will be accessible for the most people.
I'm Arunima, and a big thing for me is I don't want to take my mobility for granted, and I think a lot of people maybe do. And I think it's very important coming here today and seeing the problems that disabled people and the disabled community face when trying to access buildings like the Natural History Museum or the Science Museum. These are buildings that have millions of people coming to visit them every year, and if a small proportion of that community that visit the museums are the disabled community, then we need to make sure that they can just come here, have a good time and not have to worry about whether they can manoeuvre about or what difficulties they're going to face. They should just be able to come and have a really nice day out, just like everybody else.
It's very narrow, not wide enough, not enough space for everybody to move across together.
It's terribly important that groups such as Whizz-Kidz, and we've been listening to their experiences of the road as it currently is, feed back into the design process. We want them to be able to really enjoy their visit to South Kensington and to the museums, and they can't do that if the road is as user unfriendly as it clearly is at the moment.
This again is too narrow for wheelchairs and pedestrians.
The pavements are uneven, they're narrow, the curbs are too steep. So the younger kids are finding it very difficult to push themselves along the road, and we're having to rely on chaperones or carers to do it for them. And that in itself just completely takes away their independence, their mobility and their freedom. And the whole point of us having these wheelchairs is to increase that. It's important to have the input of wheelchair users themselves, because we're the ones that face these problems every day. We know what the struggles are and we know the challenges. And I think with our help, these are barriers that we can knock down pretty easily if we all just cooperate and work together.
You see the wheelchairs struggling to get over that bump.
Cromwell Road is one of the busiest roads in London, and it's a main feeder into the motorways to the west. People who can't use the safe tunnel because it's got a lot of steps in it have to go across the Cromwell Road. We want to make sure that that crossing is easy to use.
Look how silly this man is. He's clearly obstructing the crossing. And this pavement in itself is too narrow for pedestrians and wheelchairs.
Pens aren't safe. Where you take pens out, people are a lot safer and they can make reasonable choices about when they cross. They can see and they can be seen by motorists. We want to change the hierarchy so that it's people that matter most, not cars.
If I had to describe that crossing, it would be dangerous. We were all pretty daunted by it. It's narrow, it's busy, the curbs are far too steep. There's just not enough space for wheelchairs and pedestrians to be able to move around easily. So I think all of us were quite scared crossing that road.
This is quite steep again, isn't it? Ooh, that was uncomfortable.
I'm Councillor Andrew Lamont, and I'm the access champion for the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea.
And then we all started walking up Exhibition Road.
I've learned a great deal today from meeting members of Whizz-Kidz. They have been inspirational, not only because they are exciting young people who are wanting to be part of this area and come and visit the museums, but also they've helped me by teaching me about the way we've got to do things better in the designs that have already been developed to make sure this space can be safe and a beautiful piece of design. Wide now and completely flat, and that will continue all the way up Exhibition Road north of Cromwell Road. But the crossing at Cromwell Road will be straight across, no cages, and that full width.
That's perfect.
So it'll be a lot safer and a lot smoother.
We are very, very keen, as the road is designed, that it reflects the best thinking about disability, about access, about pedestrian-friendly environments, and making sure that this beautiful avenue of world-class institutions gets the right and best setting for as many people as possible.
To me, these plans aren't just drawings on a piece of paper. To me, these plans mean freedom, confidence, mobility, and the ability to live my life how I want to live it with freedom and choice.